It's Dogma content. Now, how are you all doing today? It's Wednesday. I'm off. I finished my call earlier than I thought I would. Kind of felt like a waste of time. But, such is life. So, I'm not going to be able to play for 5 hours like I did last night, but I am going to spend at least a couple of hours now that I've finally made it past, like the fort. Um, Playing a little bit of the actual game, like once it becomes open world. So I'm excited. Um, I'm just waiting for everything to load up. Oh, I guess I need to actually put the game on the screen, huh? I've still got it set to pick up the game that I was just doing a YouTube video for. There you go. Now it's up. So, hopefully, everyone out there is doing great today. I'm doing pretty good, and yeah, looking forward to seeing a little bit more of what the game has to offer. I am definitely going to be looking forward to getting some usage out of that little micro character that I paid points to be able to use last night, not realizing that I wouldn't get them back if I kicked her out of the party. So, yeah. Oh, and they just start right up in the party. Okay, good. I was wondering about that. So these guys are way too strong. We went over there and like my level 2 fireball spell does 10% damage to one of those 6 guys. So we are going to go back this way. We are not going to screw with them. Um, You'll have to forgive me. Hopefully the fan behind me is not too disruptive. It is super hot today. Like, I did a little bit of like unpacking some boxes and things before I started, and I was like already working up a sweat. I got the AC going, and there's literally a vent right here. And for the last 2 weeks, I've been complaining about how chilly it is, and now I'm like, damn, why isn't it colder? So, wah wah wah. I love that. So, anyway. But this will be fun. We're gonna do a little. We're not gonna do the quest for Mercedes just yet, where she wants us to like roll up into the capital city with the Hydra head, because I suspected, and then it was confirmed by Kid Varg last night that some of the quests you can fail just by not completing them before certain storyline points. So I wanted to get that done. I want to check in here real quick, because I noticed yesterday that when I came out of or last night, when I came out of the Witchwood, the chests had respawned, and I'm curious if the chests in here are going to respawn as well. So, man, I wish you could hotbar this. That would be a nice feature to be able to hotbar shit. That one? What one? Oh! They weren't here before! Oh god! Well, get them, guys. I was gonna say, Sieglin should be able to do some serious damage, courtesy of Megami Mori. Oh, that's an enemy. Because Sieglin's level 29, so... Good job, Calrea. You did it. Wah. Uh-oh. We might have a Lily appearing in a moment. I got the door open because I'm the only one home right now. So you may see some animals lurking in and out as time goes on. So that was a surprise. I didn't expect them to be here. I wonder... I was gonna... Oh! Golden egg. Cool. So the enemies respawn. Does that mean that the Saurians respawned over here too? The alligator people? Because if so, this could be interesting. Doesn't look like the treasure respawns in here. Maybe it was a glitch Or maybe it was just something, I don't know. I don't know why it would respawn in that one area after the Witchwood. Doesn't look like the enemies respawned. They were a quest anyway, so I'm not surprised. It was a quest from the guy that was in the guard in town, but I'm soaked to the bone. Guess I could have gone back this way, huh? Oh. Fuck you. Ooh. Oh. These rats are worth way more XP than I feel like they should be. Now, do the bats respawn? They do. Oh. Well. There's a quest that I've got that I can't imagine why this quest is in the game. But they've got a quest where you get 50,000 gold pieces to kill 24 giant bats. And that was 6. And I think there's one more over here, because I killed 7 last time I was in here, I think. Yeah. This looks interesting. Oh! Oh. Got him. So this stuff all respawns. I do remember them jumping down here before, and I never checked it out. Oh, treasure. Nice. I'm glad I came back in here now. Oh, fuck you. Really? I bent down to pick something up and just dunked my entire body underwater. Oh, shit. Am I taking damage right now? I am taking damage. Why am I taking damage right now? Is the water like super cold or something? Is that why? Get out of the water! Oh, this is... hang on. This is silly. Put away. I might get my 50,000 gold right now. Shit. And then we'll use again. I appear to be inflicted with some sort of status effect, so maybe that'll heal me. I don't know. And heal. Whoa. This is cool. This is all stuff that I just totally missed last time. Treasure chest. I was gonna say, am I gonna roll around in the freaking water again if I try to pick up what's in that treasure chest? Oh, this is where I just was. Okay, this is where the bats spawn at. Cool. Okay, so it loops around, and I was assuming that was like a death drop. Uh-oh. There's a Momo, y'all. We have confirmation of Mo. Yeah. Okay. Whee. Don't get wet. Shh. Speak for yourself, honey. Golden egg. I want to see what that is, by the way. I got a golden egg. An egg of gleaming gold, well stocked of nutrients. Consume it to fully recover health and stamina. Okay. So that's like a... I guess that's like an ultra rare thing. Because it was just a regular one-hit kill snake that dropped it. There's like little... Well, there's an open treasure chest, so I'm not... I don't know. And... Oh. And... Put away. Boom. Mamma Mia Trail. Oh. Oh. This is cool. It's like a legit little adventuring party that I'm fighting. Bah! Right in the junk. Nice. Well, that was a cool little fight. I didn't hate that. Blank scroll. I wish you could get, like, equipment from the guys more often. That'd be cool. But, whatever. Oh. I'm being attacked, apparently. Oh. Boom. Boom. So they're literally just a bandit camp like 3 feet from the edge of the road and everybody's just going about their business. Like, well, this is life. Oh, wolves. We has to help the peoples. Pow. Got that one. We did it. And I kind of want to grab a wolf and just huck it off the cliff. Well, thank you, Siegland, for your nuclear blast attack. I appreciate it. Megumi's carrying me and he's not even playing. Nothing has changed. It's just like Dark Souls all over again. Hello, Eon. This is Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. So this was, I guess the original game came out in 2012, and then they did like a remaster of it with expanded content in 2017. I had several people recommend that I play it. So it's a Capcom open world RPG where you start out as you're like the chosen one that's going to stop the dragon, and you pick one of three classes, and then you have three little NPCs that you can get. So the one, Calrea, I designed her and I got to pick her class and everything. And the other two were actually created by other players, and I hired them to help me. So Ilith was just a random person that I hired their little pawn. And then Sieglind is actually the character used by one of my friends that I play other stuff with, Megami Mori. So Sieglind is kind of high end because Megami has played this a lot. So Sieglind is kind of carrying me through the game right now. The first, and I played it for about 5 hours last night, and I've just kind of gotten into where I feel like it's becoming more open world. There's a lot of content to it. It's really cool. Even playing the same character, there's multiple ways to play the different characters, and I'm playing probably the least exciting one. If I was playing as a fighter, there's a lot of like, you have to do like perfectly timed guards, and there's shield bashes, and you can grab enemies and you can throw them, and you can do all sorts of crazy stuff. It's actually surprisingly deep. Like, I didn't expect it to have as much depth to the combat and how you interact with the world as it has. So I'm liking it so far. The the areas are pretty expansive. That's where I started, way over there, by that little town over there. And there's no load screens between here and there. Like, it's just, you just go. And then I guess I'm going to that city over there, and then when I go into the city, there'll be a load screen. But other than that, like going into and out of towns, or like, I think I had a zone when I went into the Witchwood, which was for a quest. But other than that, there's been no load screens in the game at all. Yeah, I was talking to one of my frequent viewers, Kid Vard, and he was telling me last night that they go into it to the point where if you, like, when you look at your character's build, like how tall they are, how heavy built they are, how muscular they are, it actually affects how well you can grapple with other people. So like, smaller characters can't grapple. There's a lot of big enemies that you have to fight where you actually have to like jump onto them and hold them, and then climb up and like attack weak spots on their bodies, and they'll try to throw you off. And if you're a smaller character, you get thrown off more easily, but you can climb faster. And Kid Vard was telling me that there's even like certain areas that if you're a small character, you can't get into them. Like, there are holes in caves and things that only small characters can fit into. So it's pretty cool. It's probably one I'll continue to play, and then I'll probably go back and play it again, because I think that it has like a New Game Plus mode or something like that. Because I was reading something about like subsequent playthroughs being easier to recruit high-level people and stuff like that. Honestly, the thing that piqued my interest was, besides the fact that Megami, who I've known for like 10 years, I met him online in Dark Souls, and we've been playing Dark Souls since the original came out together, and I tend to respect his opinion on games, and he started streaming this recently because it was on sale for like $8. It was like 70% off, and he started playing it again, and he was like, this is one of my favorite games I've ever played. And I had never talked with him about it because it's single player only, so it wasn't something we could play together. But he said it, and then Kid Varg said I should play it. And then Divide by Zero, who's another viewer of mine, was like, hey, have you ever played Dragon's Dogma? That's on sale right now. And then when I looked at the wiki, they said it's like God of War meets Shadows of the Colossus meets Breath of Fire. And I was like, Breath of Fire, you say? How do you figure? And I'll be honest, I'm a big fanboy for Breath of Fire. Like, I probably would rather see another Breath of Fire game come out than another Final Fantasy. I haven't really seen anything reminiscent of Breath of Fire in this so far, other than the fact there is a dragon. But other than that, yeah, it's just a really fun game. I don't really have any complaints about it so far. Yeah, like I'm literally just running around and just grabbing stuff and exploring. And I went into the Witchwood to find a missing girl, and I was in the Witchwood for like an hour and a half, and I had a map, and I legit still got lost because it just was done so well. Like, it was supposed to be a foggy forest where it's hard to find your way, and there are evil spirits and wolves and goblins, and it's very dangerous. And I was feeling it. After an hour, I was like, I have no clue where I am, and I'm literally looking at a map on my screen, and I'm lost. Like, how does this work? So, pretty cool. Nobody. I liked. I stopped playing the. Well, that's a lie. I played. Was it 13 or 14 that had Noctis? I played that one for a little bit. I spent money on that, I'm ashamed to say. And then when I started seeing where they're doing like, oh, pay money to download a pass to do this special event in game, but by the way, the event also expires after a certain amount of time, and like all this, it just got really weird. And I was like, you know what, this is a turnoff to me. I'm not playing this crap. I miss Final Fantasy VI, and I never played 7, honestly, because I was too busy playing 8, and then I played 9, and I loved all of those. I liked the old Super Nintendo Final Fantasies, but other than that, I don't really mess around with the series anymore. Are you a bandit? Oh, that's a pawn. That's somebody's pawn just like wandering around out here. That's cool. It's just a random person. Noctis is 15. Okay. See, I can't even keep track of what games they are anymore. Somebody attacking me? I guess these are enemies. He said gold or blood, what's it to be? And I said blood, so, you know. I don't know what that means, but yay! I think as your vocation rank increases, just by fighting different enemies and leveling up, because it's not the same thing as leveling. They also have level ups in this game. It unlocks new things. See, like my AI just grabbed that guy and is holding him so that we can pummel him. That's pretty cool. It unlocks new spells and things, and that's what I was gonna say. Is like you level up, but you also have vocations, and you can change your class later. So like right now, you can be a fighter, a thief, or a mage. But then they have combo classes for all the different possible combinations that you can get later. And then, are you a bad guy? No. I've completely lost my train of thought. This game, there's so much going on in this game that I want to talk about that I get confused and I lose what I'm saying. I don't know. Sorry. It'll come back to me. So you've got vocation points, you've got levels, and then you've got discipline points, which you use to buy spells and abilities for your characters. And I've spent a fair number of discipline points, and I only have like half of the stuff, and I'm playing as like an attack mage. And then I got this little levitate spell, so I can like jump across little gaps and things. But there's all sorts of buffs and heals, and I've got a couple of heal spells. But like that mage that I was fighting, the bandit mage, there's a spell called Silence where you can just be like, nah, son, and hit him with Silence, and then he can't cast any magic. But me buying that spell, I can't buy, I could also buy Slow or... Ouch. I could buy slow, or I could buy, you know, all sorts of different things. So you can actually play your character in a lot of different styles. And then later on, you can make these combo classes. So there's like a Mystic Knight class, which I'm imagining would be like a fighter and a mage, and you can choose either set of abilities. And I could see that being something where, like, okay, I'm shooting for Mystic Knight, so I want to be able to silence and slow people and not be quite as worried about attack magic. So it's pretty cool. But as you can see, Aeon, I talk just as much in my own streams as I do in other people's. How are you doing today? Or this evening? I guess it's nighttime for you now, right? I am a jabberjaw. Little past 5. That's what I was kind of figuring. Well, I hope you had a good day. It is it's warm here. Virginia has horrible weather all the time. We usually have like one really nice week at the end of May. And other than that, it's just really unpleasant all the time. But I think we already had our nice week because global warming. So we had a really nice week like 2 weeks ago, and now it's started being humid and hot. I got you. I noticed you hadn't streamed, but I didn't know if that was because you just weren't scheduled or because you weren't feeling well. But that's okay. I mean, you stream like almost every day, and you're doing work when you stream because you got a lot of people that you're talking to, and you know, you're doing all kinds of stuff. So that's understandable to need a break every once in a while, even if you are doing all right. This is clearly a squash plant, but I'm gathering carrots from it, which upsets me a little bit. So see, now it's nighttime. So enemies are going to become more frequent, more aggressive. You can harvest new types of resources. There are certain plants that you can and animals that you can only find at night. I'm going to use my lantern so I can see a little bit better. There we go. That is okay too. Which would, yeah, so this is the area I've explored so far. And then there's all this over here that I can't get to yet. But I've played like 6 hours, and I went from here to here to here, and then I went through this last night. And then this is all highlighted, but I haven't been over here yet, so I think they're just showing me where I'm supposed to go. There's actually a quest for me to go this way, and instead of like starting the quest, I just started running. So, well, without getting too into the logistics of it, the financial logistics, it's good that you have so many people that are watching you and that are tuning in every day. Oh, what do we got? So there are worse ways you could be spending all your time. Can I grab you? I want to grab you and huck you off the side of this. Oh, well. Oh, no! Well, that NPC is dead. There's a wolf pelt down there, but I don't feel like turning around and going back down there for it. I think it's cool. I mean, there's a lot of days when I'm streaming where it's literally just me streaming and I'm just talking to myself. But that's okay, because at the end of the day, you're still just playing video games and having fun, right? But then when people are actually coming in and like hanging out, that just makes it even more fun because then you can talk with people about what you're doing, and people can be like, oh, you could do this instead. And I think Twitch is a cool platform. I like it a lot. I had been wanting to do this, like start streaming for a really long time, and just never had the time or the money to get the stuff I needed for it. So I still don't have the time. Calrea is usually pretty upset with me because of how many hours a week I stream, but yeah. Honestly, the biggest thing for me was like starting back in, I don't know, with COVID, with everything that's been going on with COVID. I was like, now's the time to start. Now's the time to start doing this. And then we were going to buy a house. We were trying to buy a house in we put an offer on our house back in November. And I was like, okay, we're looking for a house. I'll start streaming once we move. And then we put the offer on the house, and then month after month after month went by, and we hadn't moved yet. So finally in February, I said, you know what, F it. I'm just going to get started. I'm just going to start doing it. Because I hadn't actually played any video games at all in like 3 months. Because every time a good game came along, I was like, oh, I have to wait because I want to stream that. So I really only play video games when I'm streaming. So I don't really play otherwise. So for me, even without the viewership or whatever, I like it because I can finally play all these cool games I've been buying and downloading. Well, we appear to be getting into what we in the biz call the shit. Quite a few gobbies there. Oh, he was like a goblin king. Did you see his little spiky crown? It's funny because they really do a good job with the environments and stuff. Like when I'm exploring at night, even with the lantern, I just know I'm missing stuff. Like I know without a doubt that I am missing loot right now. Can I grab this? Oh, not quite. There's a little ledge up there. I wonder. Nah, ain't gonna happen. Damn. Too bad. There's definitely a ledge up there. I could almost see something up there. Oh, a cave. Oh, maybe there's more spiders. I need to kill more spiders for a quest. Or bats. Maybe there's nothing in here but minables. Another really cool thing about this is that the gear is actually keyed to different classes, and another before I even finish this thought, they have an amazing item combining and item creation setup in this, where you can combine tons of stuff to make different things right in your inventory. But what I was gonna say is, like, I found out last night in the Witchwood, there's all these treasure chests. And I found some really cool stuff, and then I died, and I had to reload because I hadn't saved in a while because Pim didn't remind me. And when I came back the second time, I was getting different treasure, and I found out that if not everywhere, then at least in some places, the treasures are actually quasi-randomized. Like, treasure spots, treasure boxes, you can get one of several different things. So every time you play through the game, it's a little different. Like, I got a really cool mask, which I like, and it's a good piece of gear. But I also found a lot of stuff for fighters and rangers that I just couldn't even use. Whereas next time I go through, I might be playing a fighter and find mage stuff, or I might find something cool for my character. It's fun to not always know, okay, I gotta run past these guys and turn left so I can get the sword I want, For there to be like some sense of randomness to the gear you're finding is really nice. I wish you could make campfires and then just rest, like not have to wait. That's my one complaint right now. Because I literally just can't see what's going on the other side right now. Hmm. The Water God's Altar. Oh, so there is something here. Sieglin knows what's up. She's a smarty. Alright, I might die here. Nobody judge me! Man swallowing falls. You know what? Half full. Add oil. There we go. So like combining. So I can combine all these different things I've been finding in a lot of different ways. So there's a recipe for that. Green warish. That's like your basic healing herb. And I can combine with sweet pollen to get potent green warish. If I have cloud wine, I can desiccate the herbs. I can combine this with wormwood sap to create desiccated herbs, which keep for longer, I guess, and they're worth a little more money. Combine with an airtight flask. Combine. Gatherables do expire after a while. They will actually, like, the food and stuff will rot eventually if you don't do something with it. So that's what the airtight flasks are for. Oh. Are we okay? Hang on. I gotta put away my lantern and then relight it so I can see. There we go. This is probably a bad idea. I'm going to save again. I am so far off the beaten path right now that I don't even know where I am in relation to the rest of the world. And it is dark. And I'm going into a cave. So prepare yourself for grueling battle. Is that a warning or is that a general statement? Get him. Yeah, we want giant bats. I got a quest, and it's such a ridiculous quest, but there's a quest where if I kill 24 giant bats anywhere in the world, I will get 50,000 gold pieces. Oh, and I'm one away. So, yeah. Give me my money. It's such a silly quest. I can only imagine that it was like something for the DLC that they put in, just to get people started with, like, playing again. Stupid snake. Oh. Oh, we in a dungeon now. Noise. Are there traps? Oh! Siegland, protect! No, don't! Damn it. I'm having a little bit of trouble with, like, placing the boons. I wish... So the boons give, like, temporary elemental boosts to your characters, and I haven't quite figured out how to choose a character to receive it yet. There we go. I can't imagine that they're not weak against Holy. Oh. Money. Oh, look at all this sweet loot. Thank you, RNGesus. Oh, gather. Well, that was the first room. That's cool. I have a quest for... God, I'm so hurt. I have a quest for this. Oh, they're not undead warriors. They're something else, I guess? Soulbreaker. Maybe I should be not here yet so that I can fight them later. I don't know. Okay, so we need a key to open this one. I feel like maybe I should go back the way I came because there was another alternate road, and this one seems to be the more developed path. God damn, I'm still gathering. Got anything? Okay. Got him. Are you a mimic? Okay. Did I finally get... Oh my god, I think I finally got a new weapon for my character. Damn it. It's only for sorcerers, and I'm a mage. Yeah, look at the gear I've got, and then look at that. God. Oh shit, I don't want to fight these things. I'll serve as bait. Draws them to me. Beat him to death. Oh. So the green is your actual health, and the gray is like your current maximum health. And the more you get hurt in combat, and then like don't heal before combat is over, the lower your character's max health will drop. And then the only way to get that back is by resting in an inn or something. So I do it. Oh shit. We're actually like doing a thing now. Gotta get her up. Run! Ah! Slow motion. Jump away! God damn. Ah! Alright. It's time to actually use some items, y'all. Use. There we go. Man, this is legit. That was cool. That was actually like a pretty hectic fight. That was probably the best fight I've seen so far. That was like some straight up like D&D, we done fucked up stuff right there. Yeah, that felt like I was acting out a D&D, like a battle in D&D where the party just went in and they went somewhere they were not supposed to be and just somehow managed to just like dumb luck their way through it. That was cool. Priceless artifact. I bet I could find somebody who'd give me a price for it. Now let's see what you little boogers were guarding. Actually, first let's save and then we'll see what you little boogers were guarding. Speaking of guarding things, give... Oh. It's a whole big treasure room in here. Altar lever. Bronze gauntlets. Money, money, money. Money, money, money! Money! Cool. I'm sure I can't equip these. But Calrea can. So you don't manage your other two, but your primary pawn, you can level them up and you can give them equipment. The others, you just kind of like let them do their own thing. Oh, that's, yeah, there we go. Good job, Calrea. So the others you don't mess with, but you do have to, like when you make your primary custom pawn, you do have to like track them, level them up, give them gear, that kind of thing. So it's best to have a pawn that's a different role from you for that reason, because then you've got, when you're finding gear, like basically you can give your pawn the stuff you find that you can't use instead of like constantly competing with your pawn for gear. Oh, there's a whole other side. Is it going to be caved in? It is filled with water. So we're not going in there. Yeah, I'm gonna backtrack. Definitely. I feel like this is a place that I need to come back to with better gear, maybe? And definitely I need to rest in an inn. So I'm gonna say good job us. We did it. I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna check this alternate route because it's probably just a little, yeah, it's literally nothing here. That was, yeah. Oh, you know what? This looks like one of those areas where maybe like a small character would be able to fit through, but I cannot. No, can't grab that. Okay. Oh, it looks like it's daylight outside at least. Oh, I'm tired. Yeah, I'm good. Okay. Well, I'm doing it. Okay. Yeah. Just want to see if maybe there's something down here. Always check the waterfalls, y'all. Even if they're a disappointment. Damn it. Alrighty. Bah. One of my NPCs snatched whatever that was before it even hit the freaking ground. That's funny. Oh. No thank you. There's a bridge. Oh, fishies. Fishers! Oh, more fishies. Okay. Nope, nothing in here. Yeah, everybody's at like half health right now. It's been like 2 days in game since anybody slept. And I'm over encumbered to the point where I'm starting to run out of stamina very quickly. So I'm gonna be a good boy, and I'm gonna go back to the main road, and I'm just gonna follow the road to the next town, and then unload all my stuff into storage or wherever, and then I'll come back. I got like another hour that I had said I would play, and then I gotta do some stuff around the house, and then maybe I'll play some more. Oh, that was a convenient spawn point. Like, holy crap. Oh, I disagree. No, get out of here. We get it. Oh. That goblin's armor is just a shield strapped to his chest and then his back. That's funny. Okay. Might as well check and see, right? Nah, I didn't think so. I'd have honestly been a little disappointed in the game if the treasure had respawned that quickly. I'd have judged the game pretty hard. What's this? Let me pick it up. It's like a little goblin chieftain with his little metal crown. Goblin! Goblin! He's a goblin! Get! Oh. He's hiding in the bushes! I agree. Yeah, look how fast my stamina goes down now. Boom, baby. What if I do this? Wah, 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 wah. It's mine is what it is, you little thief. Are you bandits or are you helpful? Okay. The Mountain Way Castle. 'Tis shut tight. So can I not go any further until I do the Mercedes thing? Is that what they're telling me? Or can I get around this somehow? I don't think I can get around this. It's making sounds like it's breakable, but it's not letting me break it, so whatever. Yeah. The way is blocked. Oh, wait, you know what? I was going the right way all along. I just go around. I'm going to save, because this may be a bad thing I'm about to do. I'm probably about to die. I'm almost positive I'm going to die right now. Oh my god. Begging your pardon, sir. I can't let anyone through. Well. Oh my god, I love it. Ah, it's the greatest spell ever. Kiss my ass. I do what I want, I'm a mage. You can't keep me here. That's awesome. Was there, I feel like there's like a legit path if you go down here, but you were probably supposed to like cut through here and then pop out somewhere else, and I just totally skipped that. That's amazing. Oh, it's the harpy. I fought these in the tutorial. Nice. That's freaking awesome. This is like the exact opposite of my issue last night when I was like, I have so much hate in my heart right now. I have so much love in my soul for the fact that the guy was legit like, you can't go through here, sir. And I said, oh, darn, and just went into the bushes and was like, it just floated across. Oh! That's awesome. Ooh, give me that. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at all that. Very nice. Get out of my way. So the other road goes down into the plains and over to there. This is leading somewhere else. I'm gonna go back. We'll come back for this later. I'll probably get to the next town and have a quest for killing harpies, or in the Way Castle when I'm actually like supposed to be there. Because I'm definitely not. Are you just giving me items, or are you like giving me a pat on the back and that? Because I don't want you using items when I can just wait. Alright, there we go. Split up the treasure a little bit. And then what I'll do is when I get to town, I can just dump everything into storage and then go back and like split it all up and keep what I want to keep and then sell the rest. Oh, there's treasure down there. So they claim that the levitate spell can be used to slow your fall, but I'm not really seeing it being useful for keeping me from taking fall damage. It's more just, that's a Cyclops. Oh, it's more just meant to. Oh, thank God that looks stupid and it's weaker. So I was honestly a little worried that would end up being like a really good helmet, and then I'd have to choose between fashion and common sense. Okay, so that's a Cyclops down there. I have a quest to kill 3 of those. And I may have just screwed myself because I don't know if I can actually get past that thing again. I'm sure I can get back to where I need to be without too much difficulty. I've developed a sense of trust in the devs so far for this game. Like I'm fairly confident that they did a decent job of keeping me from getting stuck anywhere. I guess we'll have to hit him with 2 fireballs, won't we? Woo! You get the hell away from me, brother. Oh, I want that. Give me that. Get it away from me! Oh. Get away! Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on! Oh, I disagree. Heal me, heal me, heal me. I would really love for the healing spells to have an upgraded version that don't take a solid 15 seconds to cast. Because that's upsetting. Ooh. That was a rough fight, actually. If I didn't have a level 29 with me, I'd have probably been in trouble. Oh, I just knocked his ass off his feet. That's pretty cool. I wonder if I could, like, at a higher level, just blast him off of cliffs with that. Oh. Let's get back to the roads, shall we? I think we shall. I think that's a good idea, Phenomenal. Let's get back to the roads. Well, not quite within range. Bruh. Don't you throw rocks at me, bastard. Oh, we're almost there. We're almost there, y'all. Yeah, there's more goblins over there. That's a drop. Long drop with a sudden stop. I actually like that it's not really that the strengths of the enemies are slightly inconsistent. I like that it's like you can end up fighting a really strong enemy and a really weak enemy close together. Feels a little more realistic than just having like, all right, everything here is level 17. To have there be a little bit of apparent randomness to the strength of the enemies is nice. Because, you know, in real life, not everybody has the exact same number of hit points, and not everybody can carry the exact same amount of weight and all that jazz, so I like that. Yep. There was like a little fort entrance over here. So maybe I went the right way after all, because this is a gateway as well that doesn't open. Where? Where? Tis shut tight. Okay, so yeah, I would have had to... I guess that's probably the other path, the other harpy path. Whatever. I found my way eventually, right? Buddy. Oh. Oh, no. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Jeez. So there used to be a big outer wall here, and it's been destroyed. Well, this one at least. If I get all the way up here and they're like, you may not enter yet, I'm going to be so sad. Like, it'll make me very unhappy if that happens. Can I kill that? A buffalo. Kill it! Quick! Before it comes after me. Beast steak. Come on, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy. They gonna let us in?
I'm trying to work. I'm trying.
I am so upset right now. The love in my heart has been replaced with hatred. Well, time to walk all the way back, y'all. Was there any other towns nearby? Hang on. I want to see if there's anywhere else that I can, please, for the love of God, go to sleep. Dragons, Dogma, World Map. I don't think there's any other towns. I think I just gotta walk my ass all the way back. And I could very well get back there and then not be able to get back over the bridge based on the distance, and like, God, that would suck. I might not ever play this game again if that's the case. I would be very upset. Oh, free item. Take that. Well, my golden egg went bad. Oh, okay. So food will... Okay. Well, that's a little better then. Never mind. I'm not as upset now. If I can, like, restore... I thought that it would just heal the actual damage, but if I can do that, then I'm instantly not upset. Because now I can just explore some more. Oh, give me this flower. It says there's a miner's hut over here somewhere on the world map. Maybe I can sleep there. Are you a bandit? I bet you're a bandit. You want to fight me, brother? Yep. And then he jumps. Bastard. Oh. Oh, okay, I survived that. Hey, if anybody wants to kill that guy. Jeez. Felt like a lot more work than it should have been to kill that one bandit. Anyway. Oh, money. Take that. Had you an empty flask, you might fill it here. Truth. Well. I guess I'll be going back to talk to Mercedes. Would be nice to have a quick travel option where you could pay someone to, like, take you from one place to another. Because, like, right now, this is going to be a big pain in the ass. That's the biggest issue I'm seeing in this game, is you spend a lot of time walking back and forth because you need to, like, go somewhere to do a quest or something. Oh, there's a lot of them. There we go. Oh, I thought he was about to just completely devastate me. Oh. We did it. Oh, is she poisoned? Hang on.
I wonder what's inside.
Ugh, mage's shoes. I've already found a pair of those and they suck. Flip side, random gear means you fight for your life and you get crappy shoes. Um, Alrighty. There we go. I am going to buy all the spells. So I think that the goal now, it's 12:30. It'll probably end up going a little past 1, but my goal now is to just quit fooling around and just do a straight walk back to the way camp. And I hate that so much of my gameplay so far in this game has been me going, okay, I guess I'll go back to this place. But you know, that's the problem with open world games that have a specific storyline that they want you to follow, because I keep running into places where I can go further if I want to, but then when I do go further, they say, well, you shouldn't have gone here yet, and then I have to go back to where I was. So that's my major complaint so far, is you spend a lot of time going back to where you just were because you didn't realize that you shouldn't have left yet. Y'all just got to work it out. I'm doing something here. Just hit him. Okay. But that's okay. And I'm almost out of coffee. I don't think I used this path before. Yeah, this is the... So that's the way I came, and I can't get there now because it was a drop down, so... Hopefully this will lead up to where the harpies were. Because otherwise, if we can't get back up there, then we're just totally screwed at this point, and I'd have to start a whole new game. And if I have to start a whole new game of this, I'm probably not going to play this for a really long time. Because I'm not trying to do the 4-hour intro sequence for the 3rd time in a week. Truly not. Oh, what's up here? I don't think that's nothing. This is just here to be here. Okay. Hey, Miss Lily. Lily's here, y'all. Lily's the pupper. The one dog in a house full of cats. lurking in the back corner. Yeah. Boom. Boom. Okay. And then this way. Except for that one. Oh, well, the trip back was a lot faster. It's over here. I didn't check this out before. No, I'm not going to do it. Wait, was that it? Is it just this little bit? Hello, Linkus. How are you? Hello, Miss Lily. How are you doing, honey? Do you need to go out? I bet you haven't been out today, have you? Can you wait like 20 minutes? And then we'll go out for a long trip and go do some yard work. Yeah. Give me a little bit longer. Let me get done, okay, honey? She's telling me she needs to go out. She's in the hallway looking back like, all right, you said we were going to go. Let's do it. Okay. Hey, can you let me back out? Oh, this is going to suck. Oh. I know, I'm coming. Give me 1 second. Let me get over this hole just so that I know that my world isn't destroyed. No. Oh. Okay. Oh, I got hung on the... Okay. Damn. I can do this. I think I just need to, like... I don't know if I can make the jump. And that's what I was worried about, because the ledge was a little higher than the bridge. Yeah, but if I... Wait... Oh, damn it. I think I might be fucked, y'all. Like, I might not know until the sun comes up and I can see my surroundings a little better, but I think I may have actually broken the game to where I can't get back. In which case, I'm very upset. Get on the thing. Okay, I can stand on this. There's no freaking way. Oh, I did it. I did it. Yes. Haha, fuck you. Can I sleep here, please? I just want to rest. Oh, there's treasure chest here then. Since you won't let me sleep here, I'm gonna steal your stuff. Alrighty, so we're gonna save and return to the title screen, and I promised I'd play till 1, and then I lied because Pupper needs to go out, and this is as good a spot as any to stop. So, thank you everybody, as always, for watching. This was a fun little Wednesday session of Dragon's Dogma. I'm enjoying this a lot. I have a feeling this may become my extra game for the week in the future, where I'll probably be doing 1 or 2 episodes of this at a time. I may even come back tonight and play some more, because this is a lot of fun. I'm liking this. So, yeah. Thanks to Eon Aegis for coming out and hanging out a while and chatting with me. It's always fun to be able to talk to you and be on, this side of the camera and talk about what I'm playing. So I appreciate you, and I appreciate anybody else who popped in for a while and just lurked. You guys are awesome too. So, what's today? Wednesday. Tomorrow I'll be doing more Halo Master Chief Collection Legendary runs. We had a little bit of bad luck with Long Night of Solace last night, so we're going to just skip that one for now and come back to it. But we're going to continue on with Reach, trying to get Legendary badges. So, yeah. That'll be at 9. When do I play? It'll be at my scheduled time. Check my schedule. It's been a long day already. Until next time, everybody, thank you one last time, and stay healthy, stay safe out there. Later.